Oh, okay. I'm just waiting a few seconds. Let me see if this volume's up. It is. I have on my do not disturb. Thank you, because I'll be forgetting sometimes. And I'm just waiting to see a couple of people come through here. And please, when you come through, hello, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you may be at. Over here is Ohana's family, okay? And I wanted to come on here and talk today. I don't know if people pay attention to the thumbnails or not, but I'm going to say this and I'm going to get it started. Ohana's. That means family in Hawaii. We are family. And I got all my brothers and sisters and me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and dance. We are family. You know why? Because it says so. Woosah. Positive, positive, positive. Yes, I do know how to uh, uh, ignore the negative stuff. That is not what I'm about to talk about. I'm about to talk about something so important. And I'm going to get it started. So when you come on, feel free to like, share, comment, turn on your post notifications if you want to know. And I say if you want to know, if you want to know what I'm talking about. You set the notification, you can get on the lives, you can thumbs it up, you can share it out. And also the thumbnails kind of give you like a subtitle or intro of what the conversation may be. Today is Sunday. And I guess you could say I'm kind of documenting some things. It is Sunday, the 20 September Sunday, September the 22nd, 1:56 Central Standard Time, my time. Okay, so I got that out the way. If you're East Coast, I know it's an hour ahead. If you're in Arizona, I think it's 2 hours back. California, 2 hours back. Or is it 2 hours ahead? However, Central Standard Time, my time. So you can set your post notifications. That way you won't miss a beat of what I have to say. Some may find it interesting, some may not. Some don't care, some do. I'm not for everyone, but I'm for someone. And I love positive stuff. So, what I'm about to talk about is it's a little backstory and it's a little story and it's about my life and it's about me starting over. Okay, so let me get that out the way. I know people gonna come in and say, "What are you talking about?" So, in between, sometimes I'm gonna come back forth and say, "This is about me starting over my life." Okay, okay. Hello, everyone. On this day, September the 22nd, I'm going to be sharing some things with you. One of them, I'm 58 years old. I have 4 grown children and 5 grandchildren. I have a dad that's living, but my mom's not living. She's no longer here. I have 3 sisters, and my mom had 4 girls. I'm the second oldest, and we had a brother. But I hate to say it like this. My mom only had 4 kids, okay? So you can read between the line on that. But despite me saying that, We never used that word. He was our brother. My brother is no longer living due to someone taking his life. Okay? So I say that. My mom's no longer living due to illnesses and the stress of losing her only son and things. And you know, oftentimes when you're sick, stress, worry, da 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 da, etc., doesn't help the situation. And she passed away 10 days before my birthday, which was January 20th. My birthday is January 30th. Okay. I'm going to fast forward. I'm not trying to make this a depressing, emotional uh, conversation. It's just me giving a little history and intro about my situation. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate anyone that's coming through speaking. And if you don't want to stay, please don't say nothing negative. Like the video, please share, turn on your post notification if you want to know. And as I said, I just did a little backstory intro. And what inspired me to do this today is because sometimes we need to express our feelings and things that we are going through. And I don't shy away from me going through something. And I know I'm going through something. I know I'm not the only one. I know everyone is going through something. And I hope this will encourage someone that's going through something to talk to someone. You don't have to take everything to social media. But what I'm saying, I don't feel like it's being like an exploited type of thing as far as me like being messy. Let's say it like that. But I say a pinch of it might be messy. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say why. I'm going to get to it. At the age of 18, my life started. And I was a military wife girlfriend. Hello, everyone. Like the video, please. Share. Turn on your post notification if you care. If you care to. I'm just saying. I was a military wife and girlfriend. I just got finished eating something. I had to take a time out because I'm doing some cleaning and packing and tearing up old papers. I wish I had a paper shredder, but that's okay. I'm doing my best. I'm going to cut it with some scissors too. So anyhow, I'm in the process of relocating and moving. I'm not afraid of change. I don't have no problem starting over. Sometimes starting over is a fresh start to everything that you've been through in your life. It's like a clean slate. I don't get a notification that you're live. You got to hit the bell, huh? That's okay. Just hit that bell. When you subscribe, you'll see a bell down there. Hit it and you can hit all. Because sometimes I think it's three different things. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Like the videos, everyone, please. And so I started as a young girlfriend and wife, as a military girlfriend and wife. That's when my life started. And even though I said my life started, I was a hot mess, okay? When I met my kid's father, he helped me heal. He helped me escape my abuser and attacker. I say that to be not messy, but it's the truth. And why I say he helped me, because he supported me through this situation. So that's help, right? I'm not going to say I did all this by myself. That's help. Okay? And so, being that he helped me, I was broken. I had been done any kind of way you can possibly imagine, okay, in a worse way. He helped me heal. So, I was a young wife, but I was knowledgeable of what I was getting myself into, and I wasn't brainwashed. I wasn't wheeled into nothing. This man was my friend, my husband, my lover, my confidant, my everything. And I can honestly say, see, like I said, I'm not trying to be messy. First time I actually physically felt loved. Okay? I had 4 kids by the same man. We got married. I done been traveled. I done been to Europe, Germany. I lived for 4 years. Okay, so I'm saying this to kind of give a little backstory about me and why I'm saying these things. So we're gonna fast forward. I already said where I came from. I'm the second child. My mom had four girls, and I already said all that. I'm the second oldest, and me and my older sister is 10 months apart. Okay. My mom and dad was married for about 20, 21 years. So I was raised in a two-parent home. Mhm. So as we go forward, sometimes things in your life that happens to you as a child, teenager, and even an adult, you don't have no control over it. You don't. You know, you hear some of these motivational speakers and you hear some of these people talk about, I'm not going to let nobody invade my peace and my space. Okay, but when you're a kid, an adult, and a teenager, like I said, sometimes we don't have no control over it if we've been controlled. And control don't mean in a what you call it, uh, domineering way. It could be a submissive way. Mm. It could be in the way of you don't have no control of saying anything. You don't have a voice. I didn't. Okay, for a very long time. One would probably say, girl, I can't tell you run your mouth. I'm on here sharing a story. So yes, I'm gonna tell my story and I can do that because I'm free from that. Okay. But I haven't always been this way. I was very, very emotional as a kid, timid, one would say, crybaby, scaredy cat, whatever word you want to label it. But you also can be bullied by parents and siblings. Okay. So I'm gonna fast forward that. So when I met my kid's father, that man showed me love up until he left me and my kids June 18th on Father's Day, 2017. And he was an amazing father. And I say this, that God took him on a day that he really was an amazing father. Okay. There's some amazing fathers out here. And of course, I know women's, but can we let these men's shine too? Give them their flowers too. And I say that because just because we don't live together, get along, have problems, and things like that, it don't mean I ain't talking about it's something horrific now. Come on now. I'm talking about on a level of drifting apart type of thing. We just don't see eye to eye. What they call it irreconcilable differences. Okay. I ain't talking about no beating down and all this different stuff. Okay. Sometimes people just grow apart. And sometimes at a young age, when you get married at a young age or been with somebody at a young age, you drift apart. But at that young age, you don't have enough um, knowledge of seeking help. Okay. Sometimes you're around people that's just you. When I met my kid's father, I didn't live around no family at first. Now I'm gonna say it like this because me and my sister that's under me, I have two under me, both were married to military men. And at one point in time, we lived in the same military town, okay, which was Fort Riley. Excuse me, y'all. I just got finished eating, so my mouth kind of watery. Fort Riley, Kansas, okay? Like I said, I'm a Kansas native, but I don't live in Kansas now. I left Kansas at the age of 18, only went back periodically, but to live, no. I don't live in Kansas, but I am a Kansas native. So, Fort Riley, Kansas, me and my sister, I must say, when we was young, we was close. She looked up to me. I can't say she didn't. And we lived in the same Fort Riley, Kansas, as I said. So I had her, but I never pushed my kids off on her or anything like that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Me and my kids' dad was always active in parents and our children's life. Wherever we went fishing. And if we know we was gonna be on that fishing bait for a while, I loved it in Daytona when we used to go fishing. There used to be a fishing bank where you can sit down, had like a bench or whatever, and then the boats can come up and go out into the water. And in the back, literally like not even 100 feet, close. There was a park. And so we would take our kids, and we weren't just looking at the water. You got your fishing pole in the water. You can at least turn around and pay attention to your kids too. We took turns. There was nothing that we didn't pretty much do with our kids. When I lived in, hello, welcome to my live show. Turn on your notification, like the video, and subscribe if you want to know why. No, I'm just playing. Thank you for coming through and speaking. I appreciate that. So we would take them fishing. So I'm just giving a little backstory. What I'm talking about is starting over at the age of 58. I am. Yes, that's what it's about. Okay. So I know people coming in and out. What are you talking about? And I'm also doing this because sometimes, of course, I know God, but sometimes you feel like you need to share a story with someone. And because why people put stuff on social media? Okay, look at all the news. This is nothing negative. This is also, it can be an uplifting and motivation for people that don't know how to start, okay, or start over, or afraid to start over. So that's why I'm doing this, okay? So, am I telling my business? It's my business to be told. And so, I'm not an arrogant, I'm not a mean, spiteful, hateful person. I love telling people good things, positive things. Just like I told someone the other day, if you need help, call 211. And they can help lead you in the direction of resources. Okay. Okay. So, am I contradicting myself? I need help now. But I don't need help because I'm in a place. Okay. Like I told my baby girl yesterday, I need help for and support. So, this is going to lead to why I'm moving. Okay. Like I said, my mom's not here. And I moved to the state that I live at now because of my mom. And that was in 1999, May of 1999. And I've been here since. Okay. I done worked, had good jobs, registered child care provider, foster parent, worked in assisted living facility. And I done worked in rich people's homes. This ain't no lie. It's the truth. Rich people homes. Took care of terminally ill patients. And one even passed away on me. And the other one, he passed away like maybe an hour after I left. I love working with kids and people. But right now in my life, I done did it so long. I still love it. I still love working with elder people. And it's just not elder people, it's people that's in need, period. In need. I mean, I take care of people that was able-bodied, but they needed help because they might have had surgery. This one lady, she had surgery on her shoulder. I remember that. So there were certain things she couldn't lift, so she needed help. And she worked. She just was off from work for about maybe however long, 6 weeks, 2 months, however. So I had to go over her house. I didn't have to, but hell, I was getting paid to do it, so why not? Run little errands, got paid for gas mileage, and do little light stuff like vacuum, because she had upstairs, downstairs, so I would have to take the vacuum upstairs and vacuum. I didn't have to, but yes, I did because it was a job. And basically that was pretty much it. Just some light housekeeping. Nothing major, okay? So I've done that too. That was personal care aide, PCA worker. And I took interest in wanting to be a certified nurse's assistant. And that was because that's why I said I lead to taking care of not just terminally ill. I took care of a lady that was in assisted living facility. And we know a lot of people that are in assisted living facilities, there's nurses and doctors that come in and out. But she had the money, okay? And sometimes you can hire your own extra help that you want there for you. And I did this Monday through Friday. And it was from, what was it, 7 to 12. 7 a.m. to 12. Monday through Friday. And then after that, I would go to this lady and her husband's house, and I did late housekeeping for them. So that was from Hello Travel with Steve. I remember you. And so that right there was from anywhere from 2 to 3 hours light housekeeping. So this was Monday through Friday. On the weekends, that's where my 12-hour shifts came in when I was doing certified nurse assistant. So I was a PCA certified nurse assistant, 2 in 1, right? But I want to focus more into the certified nurse's assistant. But when you that, you also are, you're welcome. Um, like the video, please, everyone. Um, when you're a certified nurse assistant, you're doing some light housekeeping. Well, I did. I don't know about anybody else. And it was in people's homes because a lot of times people don't want to go into nursing homes or assisted living facilities and they want to have care in their home. So I did that. And I was really honored to do this because the whole family, it was a sad occasion what happened. But once it happened, the whole family, when they came over to the house, oh my goodness, these people made me feel so special. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. God bless you. The whole 9 yards. So this is me giving the backstory of why I'm talking about what I'm talking about. So being that I done did childcare, I'm burnt out on that. If I have to, far as like, only way I would do it was through the state. I don't want nobody knocking on my door and say, "Girl, you do childcare?" No, no, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. The state will pay me, and that's the way to go for me. I done been burnt with people not paying me. I don't want to talk about that. So as time goes on, I done took care of siblings that were terminally sick, not terminally, but could have been sick, helped, lived 2 years and 2 or 3 months. And if one of them get on here right now, yes, I helped my kid's father, my mom. How could I not help with my mom being sick and I helped other people? This is what I didn't have to answer this or ask myself this. It was a natural thing for me to do. So I say that to say, when my mom was sick, I took care of her. And this wasn't no hit miss day. It was an ongoing thing to the point to where I let her use my vehicle for 6 months because she liked it because it was a van and she had a wheelchair and it was at her house. That's me helping my mom. I lived, my baby sister lived across the street. It was my mom, my baby sister, me, my other sister, my other sister. So we all kind of lived like within maybe 5 minutes apart driving, okay, unless the lights. And my mom used to go to dialysis, okay. So before she got her transportation to take her to dialysis, who reads the comment? I don't know what you're talking about. It's nothing showing up because I guess you talking about my glasses. If you want to buy some glasses, you can go and check my community wall. I have a link on there where you can get some affordable glasses, and it's called Firm Moo. Firm Moo. If you go on down, you see it's a link, and also I put on there the promo codes and everything. So anyhow, before she got her transportation to pick her up for dialysis because she had a wheelchair, I took her. Me and my ex-husband took her. And I think it was for 14 days, 2 weeks or something. And literally, sometimes he would leave me there or I would drive because I'm not, operate the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? And they have the wheelchair thing where you go up ramp and stuff. So I would go there and stay there the whole time with my mom. And anybody that's been on dialysis know that you got at least dialyzed from anywhere from 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours. And this was Monday through Friday. Okay. So the hours can change, it can vary. Depending on, they might have you come in on the weekends if you got fluid that they feel that needs to come off of you. Because dialysis is filtrating you, because people that's on dialysis no longer either or go to the bathroom no more. So that's waste. You got to filtrate that out of your system because it's poison. I know what I'm talking about. I would go in there and sit, and those people loved me. My mama's name was Betty. Okay. Her last name was White. Betty White. We know who Betty White is, right? The lady at the desk, receptionist, her name was Betty Brown or Black, because the lady that made my wedding cake, her name was Betty too. Betty Brown or Black. So here we got Betty Black, Brown, and Betty Black. So we got Betty White, Brown, and Black. There we go. So they knew me. Like, oh my goodness. And the guy that used to come pick my mama up to put her onto the transportation that lifts the wheelchairs up, if I wasn't there, which I don't never think I wasn't, and if I wasn't there, it's because her husband might have been off. Everybody asked about me. I say this with smiles on my face. Even when my mom was in the hospital, there's doctors and nurses, of course. But sometimes when you're a parent or people are in the hospital, you need to go and see about them because you want to know what's going on, right? I would go there. I would ask the nurses station. If the nurse came in, I would ask questions. My mom loved that. So I took care of my mom. Mhm. I took care of my sister. Mhm. I took care of my other sister. Mhm. And I took care of my other sister. Mhm. All of my sisters lived with me, not lived. Uh, my sister under me, I have two under me, but the one right under me, she's the middle. Well, yeah, she's the third child. She was, now don't get me a line now. She had to been about 15, 16. She came to live with me and my kid's father in Fort Riley, Kansas. And she lived with us for about 3 or 4 years. So that's me taking care of my sister. And I took care of her again when she was an adult because she needed me. I lived with her for 2 years and about 2, 3 months. Mm-hmm. Am I trying to get any brownie points? Mm-mm. God's going to reward me. I don't ask him when is my blessings coming either. Mm-mm. Timing. So I know I said I was going to say why I'm on here. This is backstories. People want to know, what are you talking about? You know? So being that they want to know what you're talking about, you got to give them a little backstory sometime. I said all that to say I'm moving for support. Not financially. Mm-mm. For mental, emotional support. Where I live at now, like I said, my mom's not here no more. She's no longer living. If she was, I'd still be here. I wouldn't leave to go nowhere. But she got called home 10 years ago. I can't believe it's 10 years. And I said before, despite how, see, I know people pay attention. I was treated as a child. When I became an adult, me and my mom was best friends. I say that to say, you got people out here that's holding grudges, talking about their moms, parent, whoever it may be. Now, that don't make it right, whatever they did to you. I ain't talking about the ones that's like did something so horrific to where they went to prison. But see, you got to find in your heart to ask for forgiveness so you can move on. You don't have to be around that person. Mm-mm. So, as I say, I'm not trying to be messy, but it can be a little bit of mess in there to get the point across. Okay. So, as my mom and I'm say it right. As I became an adult, I seen a different mom, totally different. Who saw different? I could have easily turned the other cheek, ran the other direction. Didn't I'm being transparent, not having nothing to want to do with my mom. Could have even had, and I hate to say the word, but it's the truth. I'm gonna spell it HATE in me to the core. Mm-mm. Sometimes when you find yourself, as I said earlier, my kid's father helped me. I helped myself too because I wanted help. And the thing of it is, I ain't just tell him no story for him to feel sorry for me. He saw with his own two eyes some things. And it's funny that I say this. He shared how we met with our children on a emotional way, but not messy. You can talk to your kids and people about certain situations. They can read between the lines, especially when they're older, okay? And I'm pretty sure everything I'm saying right now, I ain't got to just like draw it out. You can read between the lines. So as I said, if you've been through anything with your loved ones, siblings, you still find in your heart to love. Because I really could have HATE. So I'm saying all this that I'm saying. That's why I like to make a difference. We can choose to make a difference on how we deal with our family members, our loved ones, parents, still different, friends, okay? Because friends is family and loved ones, right? But the reason why I'm leaving, relocating, moving, is because of support. And like I said, not financially, mental, emotional support. I don't have it. And I find myself, especially like everybody know when we get close to the fall weather and holidays and stuff, depressed and sad a lot. I'm saying this with a clear mind and clear conscience. It's an emotional topic, but I'm not being emotional about it because I'm doing something about it and I done started, okay? So um I don't have support here. None. Mm-mm. I have family here, and let me clarify something. I'm not that type of person. Girl, come over here so you can take me to the store. Girl, I need you to go over here and take me to this. Girl, I need to borrow eggs. Girl, I need to borrow money. Girl, I need to borrow a shirt. No, they ain't never been me. But if I can find it in my heart, and I'm just saying, like I said, I'm trying to be messy. If I can find it in my heart to help someone that I love or make a way, I had to share some things with my dad. I'm thinking 2 weeks ago on the weekend, it was a Saturday, I want to say, that he was never aware of. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just trying to like give some, I guess you could say, insights on what I'm talking about. And I shared a lot of things with my dad. And I told him I was moving. He was all in for me. He didn't even ask why. Because sometimes people say, well, why are you moving? No, he listened to what I had to say, the reasons, so he didn't have to ask why. And when I told him, see, I'm very, very protective of what I say to my dad. My dad is, I'm gonna say, if he ain't up there, okay, 80 something years old. I don't care if he was 60. It's still, I'm very cautious on how I say things to my parent. And it's not because I'm protecting them. It's just that certain things, I'm a big girl, okay? And I've taken care of myself for so long. That ain't the point. But it comes a point in time in life, we're going to really, people say they don't. Yes, you do. We're going to need someone to help us along the way. Just like I had to ask my daughter yesterday. I didn't have to, but I felt the need to, because sometimes you have so much going on right here. You need to have that clarity of which way to go. And I ain't talking about off track. I'm talking about like making you and having you to see the big picture of what's going on, and decisions, and talking it through, because sometimes you'd be like, goodness. And so I'm moving, and I'm starting this new journey. I already said it was September 22nd, 2024. I already said it's time at the beginning, but I'm saying it again. And I'm kind of like documenting it, and it's a journal, because at the age that I am, we should never say, oh, I ain't moving. I ain't starting over. Because I like my place, but I don't love where I'm living at no more. And the reason why is because of the neighbors. And also, I'm going to say this, and it might be, I'm going to just give a little tidbit, and it might come on tomorrow or whatever and talk about this. Why is it that people are like all against, or I wouldn't even say all against, why do people make a big deal out of people starting over living on Section 8, public housing, low income, affordable housing, HUD housing? They probably all the same, but public housing and Section 8 is different. And I'm saying that for a reason. When you are by yourself trying to start fresh over, leave to be if you got kids or not, what's wrong with that? We always talk about these different countries and how they come together, and they sending money over to this country and that country. Government funding is funding these properties, and it's for us. So why do people have a problem with that? And let me tell you something else. I get it. This ain't for the ones that's out here milking the system. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I'm talking about for the ones that is deep down in the need. I'm saying for the ones that's probably coming out of a shelter. That can be a battered woman, man, homeless, transition shelter, however the shelter is. People escaping abuse. People just right down been out here homeless, because it doesn't mean they've been on drugs and alcohol or prostitution. And then if you are a prostitute, see, I'm not judging. Ain't that your body? You making money? Hey. I That's not me doing it. And I ain't acting like I'm for it. But if that person's making money the best way, because they don't have no support, and no, again, no, it ain't always about money. But you need money to live. If anything else, to feed yourself. Now, this is a different topic too. I'm not going to get into why I'm saying this. I have a legit reason why I'm saying this. No, I'm not homeless. I have a home. Y'all see this? Y'all done been in it. No, I'm not homeless. But I done laid on somebody's couch. But it wasn't because I had to. It's because I was helping someone that was in need, that was really needing help. And I uprooted myself from a bed, okay, to help. I did that. I was living with my youngest daughter, had my own bed, room, TV space, closet, the whole 9 yards. Took care of myself and contributed to help. Hmm. But I say that too. And this is where the sadness come in at, but I ain't gonna cry. I don't have none of that. I don't have nobody asking me, girl, I ain't got a car, okay? So either Lyft or Instacart is my friend. But lately I've been trying to be like pinching pennies because when you about to move and you moving into another state, the cost of living might be high and you gotta pay rent and deposit. So you gotta have money for the rent deposit, gas, lights, whatever you gotta get turned on, and then you gotta buy medicine if you need it at a pharmacy, and then you gotta just live. Cause I don't need clothes. I got new clothes and new shoes and perfumes and all that and jewelry at the yin to the yang. Okay, I don't need none of that. So I'm not spending money on unnecessary stuff. Oh no, no, baby. But I said yesterday I'm shopping to move, meaning I have to get totes, stuff to clean the walls. Make sure the house is clean before I move out. That's what I'm trying to say. And then also, I have to pay to travel. Okay. Then I'm gonna have to pay to get a storage. Then pay to probably lay my head in somebody's space for see, somebody's place or space or motel for a couple of weeks. Deposit, rent, food. So I'm moving. I have all this now. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm kind of trying to get to. I have a refrigerator. I have a refrigerator. I put food in cabinets. Okay. I have lights. I have water. I have a bed. I have a chair, sofa, whatever, TVs, and um, I'm looking at a whole pile of boxes with stuff in it, and closets with clothes and dishes and just to name a few things, right? Computers and tablets and phones and stuff like that. But I have to start over, and it's because of support. My youngest daughter left. What was it last year? Was it last year? Oh wow, it was last year because the kids went to school whole year. Okay, yeah, last year to come back here. I didn't know this at first. To come back here to be with me, so I won't be alone. And I said this to my daughter, and I did say this: don't do that no more. I don't want her, because I've done it. I want to break these generational cycles of things that goes on in family. Okay, I'm not saying my baby can't come and take care and look after me. That ain't what I'm saying. If I really direly need her, but she knows me as an emotional person about family and uh, uh, support. And hell, sometimes support is, can you call me? You know what I'm saying? Girl, what you doing? My sister, I talked. Here we go. I reached out to my sister the other day, and it had to been Friday, because I think it was Friday, on Messenger. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what that is. Video call, okay? I reached out to her and we talked on the phone so long, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Honestly, all in telling the truth. That made me feel so good to talk to someone other than this camera. So seriously. I mean, I went from, girl, let's find a bingo hall. That's what I said. Girl, let's go to the casino. That's what I said. Girl, let's do this. Let's do that. Yes, what I said. And as the conversation went on and on and on, and we was talking, she was talking, I was talking, she was listening, I was listening. That made me feel so good to have a conversation. Like right now, I'm talking, I see people on here. Could y'all like the video, please? And this is going to be left because I'm documenting. This is a journal. I already told my kids, I said, this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this because I want my grandkids, which they do look at my videos, okay? Got to keep it professional too. But anyhow, I told them, I said, you can always see and remember how your grandmother was, okay? So if a lot of people don't look at it that way, I do. Look at my face, my expressions, my seriousness, and my heart that I have. And so I decided, despite I don't have to move, I want to, and I'm going to, because I need to. This is a need and a want to, both of them. Because I'm not going to, I refuse. Stuff like this can draw people, drive people insane. I don't care. It can. And when I say that, I like my space. I like my time to myself. But all day, every day, 365 days out of a year, oh no, 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 no. And you know what I don't understand sometimes is like, I know what my situation is, what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to be very frugal and on the dollars. But I do need to cut being that way sometimes and live. Girl, you deserve to treat yourself to something. And I did that last month. And I mean, it's something I wanted. I got some perfumes. My daughter, her birthday, me and her both went and got our eyebrows done together. And that's something I haven't done in a while. And I haven't been anywhere. Oh, gosh. Since the 3rd of September. I'm talking about outside, yes, to take the trash and the mail and walk around a little bit. But I'm talking about physically out there in that world. I haven't. That's not cool. I'm ready to live, start over, enjoy myself. I love to laugh. I love to laugh. Corny stuff, funny stuff. And if I am sad, I told my daughter this the other day that I'm gonna conclude the live. I said, she showed me, she said, look what I'm watching. I'm telling you, a show that make me smile, laugh, so my side might be hurting. Martin. I love watching that. I don't care. And it's on Netflix. So, on next Netflix, by the way. Dang, tongue tied, right? Netflix. Net is a Netflix. Netflix. Or next. No, I'm just playing. So I decided to come on here to talk about that. At the age of 58, I'm starting over. I'm starting over, fresh start. I'm gonna tell you what that quiet tells of. If I don't have nothing, and this is kind of making me think back in '94 when me and my kids' father left Bradenton, Florida. We took our kids, of course, us, so there were 6 of us. We had a car, and we traveled from Bradenton, Florida, back to Fort Riley, Kansas. Okay, we love Fort Riley, Kansas. We love Bradenton, Florida. But here we go again. I got sick, needed support, da 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 da. I done told the story before, and I'm not gonna try to be like no broken record. And so we had clothes all the clothes we had were summer clothes. We had to start completely over. Now, mind you, I said we've been to Germany, right? We lived in Germany for 4 years. I had some of the most beautiful stuff, porcelain and grandfather clocks and curio cabinets, and they called them shrunks over there, wall units and furs, and yeah. I had this guy had went hunting. I guess he had a fox or whatever. He killed the fox, and he gave me a real fox fur that I had was a shawl. And my kid's father kept it for a long time in his house. My kids know this. I came, we had some white, fluffy sheepskin rugs. House just plushed out nice. We was in Europe 4 years. When I came back, United States, we came back. We had a brand new car that only had 10 miles on it that went on the from the truck, get put up there, and back off the truck, get put on the show floor, however you want to call it, and just 10 miles. We end up moving back because of support, closer to family. We weren't in the same uh, um, state, but we was like an hour to maybe 2 hours away. You know what I'm saying? And when I got sick in Florida and was in intensive care, oh my goodness, no, 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 mm-mm. I'm not doing this no more. So while I'm able-bodied, while God has me breathing, I'm healthy in my sane mind. It's time to move and move where you know that you love, gonna be loved, gonna find love, and I'm not afraid of change. Of course, you can be comfortable in your own surroundings. It's gonna be my surrounding once I get my place, and I already got the steps of knowing how to do that. So I'm gonna talk about that on another video. So in the meantime, in between time, I understand sometimes people could be afraid of change, don't know how to start. But I'm gonna say this: you got to start. If you in a bad relationship, get out. You got to start. You got to start to heal. I'm not in a relationship, so this ain't pertaining to me. But I'm just saying this is about starting. Okay, I'm starting now. I'm starting to tear things up, break things down, throw away things, try to sell stuff. If I can't sell it, I'll give it to my son. And yeah, uh, donate it. I already know. I just only two things I really don't want to get rid of, but hey, you know what? I done did it before, done had nicer stuff, and that ain't the point. It's just the point of I see where I started from and what I did on my own. And it's mine because I don't owe no fees or nothing to it. Furniture, that is. I bought it. I purchased it, and it's mine. So starting over that way again, I was telling my daughter, but this is no excuse. I'm just saying. But if I have to do it, I have to do it. But if I do, I preferably give it to my son and my granddaughter. Okay, so he would have to figure out how he gonna come up here and get it. Give it to him, So that's what I'm gonna do. I would rather, do that. He's just starting over, and hey, why not? But I'm starting over, clean slate, clean, Usa, sage, pray on my walls and ceiling. I do that. Anointed every wall, okay, door, handles, all that. hmm So I'm starting over at the age of 58. I'm not afraid. I'm afraid not to because I have to, need to, and want to. So on that note, Ohana, I hope by me saying this, sharing this with you, encourages you and motivates you to, to say, hey, I got to start. We can't sit around and say, I need to, I'm going to, and all that. No, we got to start. And I am. I'm going to turn this camera around before I get up off of here. My house is not in a mess. Pretty soon it's going to be chaotic in a sense because I'm going to have little sessions or sections, I should say, where keeping, giving, selling, donating, and taking. I already said keeping, so hell, that's the same thing, but I'm going to show y'all something. Here we go. This is where the journey starts. I'm gonna put more stuff on there over there. You see those boxes and stuff? Well, the stuff is in the box, so it's not like I have totes and all that stuff. So what I'm about to do is I don't want the stuff to be in the boxes. For real, for real. And if they do stay in the boxes, I say this because of storage, okay? So if they do stay in the boxes, I'm gonna have several totes, and I'm gonna take the boxes and pile them up on top of the totes. But I'm gonna make a minimum of boxes that I have because when you put boxes and stuff like that in storages, oh no. So this is me starting. I did a short video before I got on here. I was in my room and I said, you know what? You need to come into the living room. And I say that for a reason. I've been in the room, going through things, and sometimes you have to take a break too. So that's why I say you got to get started. When am I going to do this? I'm praying that I do this before Christmas. I pray that this happened for New Year, not New Year's. Well, more likely it is going to be before New Year's. Okay, my lease is up next year in April, and when this situation took place with my daughter's leaving and stuff like that, it was like I ain't gonna say it was a spare the moment thing because they know what they're gonna do. That's their business. But what I'm trying to say is, I had already signed my lease. And if I had known, I could have went month to month. But that's okay. Because I already got this situation handled as far as if I have to break a lease. And I don't really want to do that because this happened to me before. And I ended up owing some money. And I paid it. I paid it. Did I say I paid it? So, oh, that's how I was able to get in here. Background check, all that. I was able to move into this place because I paid it. And that's with a check. So that's something I don't want to do. So I have someone that's doing something for me in a legal way, okay? So I was sharing that on the video before. I'm about to conclude this. I ain't trying to make it be all long and draw out. I mean, you can stay on the live as long as you want, for real, for real. I could talk. I could talk about some good things, okay? Important things and helpful things. So I've done all this before, like leaving on a lease that wasn't up. And this was in 2014. I already done shared that. So I really don't actually want to do that. I want to at least wait till it's over with. But in the meantime, in between time, if that's the case, I already have someone that is already we're doing something. Okay. So I feel good with that, knowing that this is gonna help me. And so, like I said, support. Hmm. And I'm not getting put out. I'm not getting evicted. Lord, thank you, Jesus. My first thing I pay every month is my rent. The first thing. I ain't no keeping up with no Joneses type of person. I ain't no going with no flow. I ain't going about, I'm not even going with, uh, don't pay that, girl, let's go do this type of thing. Oh no, you can do it. Your money might be longer than mine. But I'm not no follower. I'll listen, but I ain't no follower. And I would like to say I learn from my mistakes too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep bumping my head. I'm too old for my head to keep getting bumped and not realize it. And the bumping my head didn't happen often. It probably happened maybe twice or three times throughout my life. But nothing far as what I've did to make it happen. But I take accountability because a couple of times I allow myself to stay into something that wasn't, and it drained the hell out of me. So sometimes you got to go through things, figure it out on your own, cry a river, an ocean, a pond, a stream, a lake, and a tsunami. But when you get tired, I'm talking about really tired. I ain't talking about sleepy tired. Maybe that too. We got to wake up. Smell that beautiful coffee because I love the way coffee smells. And get tired enough to say, this ain't for me. You claim your peace. You claim your happiness. You claim your freedom. You claim what you want for you. Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry I'm saying this. Sometimes the only person you have is you. I know the man upstairs. I know that, yes. But I'm talking about the only person you have is you. And I've lived that too long, and I don't want to live that no more. People people will belittle you, destroy you. No, the girl said that. Destroy you and not look at what you've done. And then all of this happening to you, when you look at the big picture, you suffered. Not no more. Mm-mm. Not no more. I can't do it. I love me. I'm owning that. I want happiness for me. I'm owning that. Peace. That's what I want. I don't want nobody being mad at me. Why are you mad at me? You mad. You big mad. Why are you mad at me? I ain't did nothing to you. And you know I haven't. I've been loyal, a friend, honest, a companion, a confidant to something that wasn't even true and loyal to me. Not no more. And a lot of times when people think you don't know things, really? Mm-hmm. And you know what else too? And then I'm gonna end this. Sometimes you can know stuff and not even explore it. So I'm saying that to say for instance, if you, like I said earlier, sometimes people go their separate ways because they irreconcilable differences, but also people go their separate ways because uh, they know that is nothing between them, right? So even though you know something, and you can really tell that person what it is that destroyed the relationship or friendship or any kind of ship that sinks, right? Keep it to yourself. Because you know why I say that? Oftentimes people really don't care. Because if they cared, they wouldn't have did that to you. Think about it. Very wise, yes. So on that note, Ohanas, we got to get started. And I'm 58 years old. I want sister friends. I want a husband. I want happiness, love, peace, and understanding. And I want to be there for that person too. But most importantly, you want it for you, and you the reason why you want it. Ohana's, we are family. You know why? Because I said so. Share, like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications if you want to know why, and give this video some thumbs up. Catch you on the next one.